everyone, welcome back to Sweet Yellow House, and we have a little something different for you today. We're doing some blueberry muffins with some walnut crumb toppings, and the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 375. Once we get that going, we're going to start on our crumb topping, and we are going to whip out our food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can do this with a knife. It just goes faster this way. So I'm putting some walnuts in there, some brown sugar, some cinnamon, and I'm going to put the top on that, and I'm going to whiz that around a little bit just to break up those walnuts into pieces. Once that's done, I'm going to start adding my butter, and I'm going to give you all the measurements down in the description box, and also the recipe will be on my website. So I'm just adding the butter in there, and this butter is it's actually fridge cold, so it's not softened or anything. So I'm just putting that in there, and I'm pulsing it until I get a crumble type topping. I'm going to put that in a bowl, and I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge and save it till I'm ready. We're going to start on the batter, and the first thing I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take 2 cups of flour, and I'm just going to sift that really well and put that in a bowl and set it aside. I use 4 eggs here, but for the single recipe it's only 2 eggs. So you're going to take 2 eggs, you're going to put I like to break those in a bowl and put them aside, because just in case I get any shells, I don't have that stuck in there. So I'm going to take 6 tablespoons of softened butter and 2/3 cup of sugar, and I'm going to put that in my mixer, and I'm going to cream that together until you see it kind of get fluffy and your butter becomes a really pale yellow, scraping down the sides intermittently between mixing it together, just to make sure that I incorporate all that sugar into the butter. So you want your butter to be soft, but you don't want it to be super soupy. So once I get that cream to where I like it, I'm then gonna add the eggs in there and just scrape down the sides again and cream that together. I'm gonna add the vanilla to that, the baking powder, and the salt. And like I said, I'm going to put all of the ingredients and measurements down in the description box, so you can catch it there or on my website. So once I get all of that added, I'm actually going to scrape down the sides again, and I'm going to remove my bowl from the mixer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate and add the flour and milk to that, just so that you can get everything incorporated and that flour doesn't get all clumpy. So you just add some of your flour, and stir it, add a little bit of your milk and stir it, and so forth until you've used up all of that. So once you get all of that completely incorporated, what you're going to do is then start adding your blueberries. I add a little bit of lemon zest. You can add, I usually add about anywhere from a 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/2 a teaspoon, just depending on how much you like lemon. But I just add a little bit just to kind of heighten the flavor of the fresh fruit. So I'm going to start adding those blueberries a little at a time, and I'm just going to gently fold those in, because I don't want to break those blueberries up. If you do break a couple, it's not a big deal. You just want to make sure that you're, being as gentle as you can in folding that in. And you can use fresh blueberries or frozen blueberries. It doesn't really matter. I've done it with both. Of course, when blueberries are in season, it's always nice to use fresh produce. So I'm just taking a spoon, a measuring type spoon, and measuring those out, just so that everything comes out even. And I'm going to measure those and fill those cups up. I'm not greasing the pan or anything, because I am using cups. So I take the topping out of the fridge, and I'm also measuring that out, just so that everything is in equal portions, and I'm putting that on top of the batter. So once that's done and everything's measured out and filled, I pop those in the oven at 375 for 25 minutes. And you want to check those and make sure that the toothpick insert comes out clean and everything's done. And there you go. I take them out and I let them cool for a few minutes, and then I let my family go to work. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you spending your time with me, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon.